got back from camping, and that was fun. It's great. My back hurts. Because
Nice.
yeah, even if you sleep on those mattresses at our age, it just kills.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks. It was fun, good stuff. I think I got a lot of the right gear though for like making food. I take one of those stereotypical, little propane cookers, but that's like secondary. What I actually take is it's like a big square burner, and with the big propane tank, it's actually supposed to be used for like deep frying a turkey for Thanksgiving. So you throw some flat iron, cast iron on it, and then you can cook anything in like minutes. It's pretty cool.
I was thinking of buying one of those. Those are like what, foot and a half off the ground, like really short burners.
Yeah, that's what I'd say it is, and they're wide. So I
Yeah.
actually, since cast iron, I mean it's not super cheap, but it's whatever. I went and got rid of my old stuff because it starts to rust if you leave it out or anything, and this stuff did. So I think it was $16 each at Walmart for the long rectangular double-sided cast iron, and I grabbed two of those and put them side by side. So that goes over the burner, and then you can put pots, pans, or you can cook right on it.
Oh, nice.
And I love cast iron because if it gets dirty, you can just burn the shit out of it, throw it in a fire, and pull it back out, and it's clean.
Mm-hmm. That's actually the preferred way to clean it.
Yeah.
Burn it off.
Yeah. It's the best.
Nice,
The
man.
best.
So you're doing a little bit of outdoor training for, roughing at end of the world scenarios, just enjoying it through camping.
Yeah. I told my son, I was like, more than half of my stuff is like survival gear.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, camping, glamping, comfort. And I've been working on since like the year before and the year before that. It just seemed like a big trip and miserable. Like you go to pack up and it's so much stuff, takes so much time, load it up. It never fits back in the way it did when it came, and it's all dirty and everything. But this time I really narrowed it down, and I did not feel like we were missing anything, which is really good, I'd
Well
say.
done. Yeah.
Anyway, we all had the beds. Those beds are stupid. No matter which one.
Little cots, little
the-
fold out.
Well, no, these ones were the air mattresses.
Oh.
And they just suck. They just suck. Your back hurts. Doesn't matter. I'm going to get cots, though. I want to find something. The problem is that I run into is the wife wants to sleep with me. So we have to get like a very large double-sided cot.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You really got to worry when she doesn't want to sleep.
I'm like, get away from me, dude. This would be way more comfortable by myself right now. And then the baby too. The baby's like, first night we slept, he slept in between us, and he's just like punching and kicking, choosing sides.
Yeah,
Sam was good though.
How does he do up there normally?
He was good. So this was his actual first like long-term camping trip, and he did great. Playing in the dirt. I think he tried eating a random plant, but he didn't like the taste of it, so he spit it out. But
nice.
He was out there dancing at the lake and everything, and it was pretty good. The storable food, I brought a bucket out there, didn't even open it. I realized you think like, okay, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you iron it out in your head, and you get out there and you make it, and you're like, I brought too much food. I mean, we came back with more food than we ate, and I felt like we didn't bring enough to begin with. So looking at I brought it out, and like, there's this and this and this. There's like 30 things on that damn box that you could have eaten. So didn't open it, but it was pretty cool. One of these days, I want to do like a night trip and just that's all I bring. Just a bucket. Test it out.
Real survival of the fittest kind of thing. Or you're talking. Wait, a bucket of.
Just like a bucket of food for like a whole day to be able to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then honestly see how you shit afterwards. But because they're better than MREs, I think, but I'm not sure. I haven't had them take the Alexapure, just do it all survivalistic like that. Be pretty cool. Smoky down here, though. We get back and it's smokier down here than it was up there with the campfire and everything.
Seasonal burning, or what are they doing? What's going on?
Nah, forest fires. I guess
Oh.
Oregon, Washington, California again is all on fire.
I was going to Pearl Ridge, or it's the mall by Pearl Harbor for people who don't know. And off in the background, when you come over the hill down towards that area, you have the big mountain backdrop. And there was 3 big fires, I guess. I mean, they look big from how far away I was. Big plumes of smoke going up in the sky of the mountains on fire. And I was like, whoa. Ever since Lahaina, everybody's a little
I
on
bet.
edge. Yeah. And so, like, I was driving into town once after Lahaina, and the highway was on fire. And then early morning, going over a bridge into town, it was underneath. It was on fire. And you call 911 to let them know, and they're like, "Are you calling about this? We've already got about 100 people who've called in. Thank you for letting us know." So people are really on top of it. But yeah, I was gonna call. But one, I didn't really even know where to say that was. Oh, the mountains are on fire. And 2, I figured somebody else probably called at that point. But
Yeah.
you don't see that too much out here. Whenever you smell smoke, something's not right out here in Hawaii.
Yeah, unless it's a little skunky, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely get a lot of that.
I bet we got that out there at the lake. There was a party going on. I was like, I smell marijuana. So let me see. There's this video. I want to play it. I wonder if it's going to pop it over, and let me know if you guys can see this real quick. Warning, it does get a little loud, I think.
Holy shit.
So, did that look like, the old videos with nuclear bombs that they would show like out in Nevada, and then the camera's there, somehow it stays even though the radiation and everything would wipe it out, and then the force would wipe it out? Did that look like that?
It looked like it to me. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like sped up a little bit. I'm gonna play it one more time for those that watch this. It's weird.
Absolutely. I see what you're saying.
Little fucking weird, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. I saw clips of Joe Rogan's podcast with a guy. He was calling it all bullshit. This videos came up pretty much saying the same thing. That's exactly what it looked like to me.
Yes.
It all just blows past like that. I guess if you watch the podcast with Joe Rogan, he's pointing out how there's not a car in one of the shadows, and then a car pops up, and it's so obvious. It's like different clips and things like that. But that's what that looked like. That looked like air suction, like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird. And lately I've been just like, why would they fake the moon landing? And why would they? I mean, and millions of reasons. It's obvious why. People ask why. Next question. Why would they fake nuclear weapons? It's also obvious why to me. It's like the same reason as the moon. We have something. We can achieve something better than you can. We have something you should fear. We have the capabilities that you don't have. You should fear it. I wonder what really happened back then in
Hiroshima.
Japan. Yeah.
Nagasaki.
I wonder what really happened, because there's a story of the guy that hopped on the train, went to work, blew up while he was on his way to work, got there, worked all day, got back on the train, went back home. They blew up his home, gets to home, and he lived.
Mm-hmm.
He lived for, I don't even know, like his 60s or 70s. He lived like 40 years after that. Something crazy. So it's really weird to think that what they say things are, when you hear stories or see videos, actual videos, or hear actual stories. It just doesn't make sense.
Imagine the fucking PTSD this guy would have.
Right? Yeah, no.
Going
that's
to
what I was
work, blow up, go home, blow up. You're thinking, where's the it comes in threes? Where's it at?
Well, I guess they were like talking to him about it, and he's like, it just happened. Just another day. It's like, how big of devastation would this have to be for someone to just not think it's that big of a deal?
Mm.
Like, what did they really hit them with?
Mm-hmm.
It's like someone throws a soft punch, and they're like, ooh, everyone just hyping it up. It's weird. I wonder. The more I hear about this, the more I'm convinced that nuclear weapons do not exist.
So, do you think they're using the fear to scare other countries into complying, or is it population? What are you thinking?
With the weapons, yeah, I think that all the top three, Russia, China, and the US, are sitting here saying they have a big stick. I know they have advanced technology, but I don't believe that they can do things that are impossible, right? And that's why you're still seeing them. Here's our latest jet. Well, why do you need a jet if you could just, if you know what I mean? Like, if that long ago you could blow up an entire nation with a couple bombs, why would you need to flex a jet?
Mm.
But I also think that the UFOs they have flying around is our technology.
Mm.
I think they all have it. It's just kind of like war games, what we let the people see versus what we can actually use against each other. And because if they came out and were like, this is what we actually have, well, we're going to need some of that technology. You know what I mean? Flying cars and everything else. It takes out the whole fossil fuels situation and certain kinds of health care that keep everything propped up with the money and taxes and things.
Yeah, speaking of the mommy and taxes, did you hear about this whole Trump? Did you hear about the child support thing?
No.
So I've just been hearing the Asmongold, coverage of it, but apparently there's some kind of bill that Trump may be trying to pass or did pass, or I don't know, but where whoever is paying the child support should be able to claim the kids on their taxes.
Oh,
And there's like there's a bunch of single mothers who are up in arms about it right now because they feel like they're getting screwed.
Where'd you hear that?
Asmongold did a video on it, and it was reacting to a lot of all these TikToks that are going up of women just freaking out over the money that they're losing. So
because I've heard something about it for a long time, but I don't know. That wouldn't make much like sense to me in many ways. Oh, I mean, a lot of the moms that are living off of welfare and can't prove that they pay more money for the child. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would make sense. But then the government would just be their daddy. The government would get the
yeah,
cut.
a lot of the women were actually bragging, like, you know what, f this. If he's gonna take our money, then I don't even need to spend the money on the kids. I'm gonna spend it on myself because this is just money. The money that I spend on my kids, or actually, a few women were referring to as the money they wasted on their kids was their personal money.
Oh,
and
shit.
Child support is a reimbursement. And how dare you threaten to take any piece of that away from me? And yeah, it's just a really interesting thing. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah, it's by case to case basis, I'd say, because I remember years ago I had a friend who had one kid, and I don't have any evidence of this, but he was making good money for back then. This is probably like 2014, and he was making probably $21 an hour working at a mill. So like making good money is like construction money, and he had one kid, and I swear he was telling me he was making up towards $800 or paying up towards $800 a month. Back then, that's a lot of money, right? Yeah, like a huge chunk out of his paycheck. And knowing who the mother of his child was, wouldn't doubt it. The way she pushed it, she bought a brand new Tacoma back then, and that was like when the new generation came out, right around there. And I mean, I was mind blown. And yeah, if he's paying that much, I'd agree with that. But a lot of these people out here aren't paying shit. And those same women who are living off of daddy as the government, the dudes that they had babies with aren't paying shit either.
Mm,
You know, I mean, specifically example here is $300 enough a month for 2 kids?
not for two.
Right. Is it enough for one kid? I mean, where do we draw the line there? Go, to go, you should get what is it, $1,500, $2,000 from taxes for paying $300 a month for 2 kids, or even one kid. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the logistics of it was, but essentially it was whoever pays, they get to claim on the taxes. And I don't know if that meant that the other women, because there was so much information going through that video.
Yeah.
Some were complaining, thinking that they were going to get nothing. Others were reiterating that it's now just an extra tax credit that the
Right.
payer gets to claim as well. I don't
Mhm.
know. And yeah, it's
I think you should. I think
For-
if you pay for it, you should be getting a credit. It shouldn't take away from the other credit, but there should definitely be a credit, because I can see both sides of it. I mean, you shouldn't give a whole tax credit to someone for paying enough to feed them for 5 days out of a week. You know what I mean, out of the month, and screw the other parent. But yeah, if you're paying, you should definitely get a tax credit. That makes sense.
My question is, where the hell does the money come from when these families are getting, fat income tax checks at the end of the year for each child tax credit? Where does that money come from? Do you know?
Taxes.
Yeah, it's coming from other people's taxes. It's come from that. Well, what it is a lot of it, if you looked at the numbers, it's coming from the damn government taking too much. That's what it is.
Okay.
But from
Because
everyone else.
the more kids you have, the more you'll spend. But I'm thinking, like, you could still claim zero and have, your standard amount taken from your paycheck. It doesn't change. So where are people getting? I know people who get thousands and thousands of dollars at tax year, and I'm trying to figure out where does that come from?
So you get taxes taken out of your paycheck, right?
Yeah.
So every paycheck you get, they take taxes out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get state and federal taken out. So at the end of the year, when you claim your kid, you get that back, depending on how many kids you have. And a lot of them do get more, and that would be from that big old tax pool.
Yeah, because I have just to leave out names, but I have a friend. The wife works, the dad doesn't. They also have 2 kids, so I'm assuming, claims all 3, the dad and the 2 kids, and they get roughly 11 to 12,000 at the end of the year. And she works at Safeway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, there's no freaking way she's even paying that into the system.
Mm-hmm.
So where the hell does that money?
The big check's coming from the federal government.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. So I've always wondered about that. Like, I don't think we should be taking it away. I just am like, are we fucking paying? Is everyone else paying? I don't know. It's above my pay grade.
Me
so
too,
if you really want to know, it's coming out of the middle class and the
upper class.
The upper class, because the middle class and upper class, they're paying a lot more if they're not playing the game right. So some of these upper class people, they're like doctors and stuff, and they're just paying their taxes outright. But you got these like entrepreneurs, billionaires, millionaires, they got businesses to hide those taxes. So you can say some of it comes from their businesses, but majority of that chunk that goes to the lower class in those type of tax returns is from the middle class and the upper class.
There is no middle class anymore, Jay.
Well, there's a wedge being driven into the middle class to a point where the middle class is shrinking, and it's either going to the lower class or the upper class.
Well, the goalposts have moved. To be now in the middle class, you have to make over $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's not the middle class to me. If you ask me, that's not middle class.
Well, so it depends. If you have like tremendous amounts of debt, like, yeah, you need that much. But I consider myself middle class. The only thing I have is
Rich
like
people are paying for it, Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Is what it sounds like. 200 grand. I looked that up the other day because I was wondering. I was like, where do we sit? And then I'm like, holy shit, middle, you know,
Like
$200,000.
me and my wife don't make that much, so we
Mm-mm.
we
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 do
don't
good,
make
and
150.
we'll do better in the next year or two. I mean, we're making money I didn't think we would make, and it still isn't enough in this economy. You know what I mean? Just dumb money. Like on paper, it looks stupid, but $200,000 is that just seems nuts. You're in the middle
Yeah.
class now, 200 grand. That's crazy, dude. There's people
Mhm.
out here. I mean, probably close to everyone I know, close to every single person I know makes under 100 grand a year, even couples. So to think that they need to double that to be just middle class is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's weird. Now I wanted to throw in there. It's weird. It's a weird gap there going. The dude should get, or the girl, dude or girl, right? And I'm about to prove this. Everyone's like, "Oh, look at it," but I've been owed child support since 2017 and haven't received a dime. I would be fucking livid if she started paying and was able to take my child tax credit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be fucking livid. It's not gonna happen, but yeah, I'd be pissed. So it's by case to case basis because that's my case right there. You know.
Well, I'll tell you this. This is for sure. So if you owe back child support, which I did at one point, it's a long story, but they will take your taxes. So whether
Yeah.
you qualify for that credit, whatever she owes you since 2017, which it sounds like it's going to be a fuckload,
Yeah.
that will be given right back to you, and it'll just chip away at her balance owed. But yeah, let's hope that there's.
I'm hoping she wins the lottery. I'm probably the only ex out there that says that, but I hope that bitch wins the lottery. You know
Rooting
what
for your wife, yeah,
I mean?
or
My
ex-wife.
ex, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and to hear like your friend is making 20 something an hour, 21 an hour, and owing 800
Yeah.
per month for one kid. What the ever living crap?
It's crazy, and I'm like, I didn't see you know, like his bank account or anything like that, but I watched this guy go and eat ramen and hot dogs for like 2 weeks straight for every meal. That's what I watched him eat, and he didn't buy, like, he wasn't spending money on anything. Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. I don't know how she did it or what was going on, but I know he made that money. So there's that. But then to be going down there and, you know, picking pennies to get a ramen and like shitty hot dogs for dinner. Yeah, I watched it.
It's real.
Mm-hmm. The struggle is real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I was gonna say I went to the grocery store this past Friday and picked up a few things, and one of my guilty pleasures is Haagen Dazs butter pecan ice cream. Fucking love those little pints.
Ooh.
Out here, they used to be $4.99.
Yeah,
Then they went up to $6. Now they are $7.59 for
might as
one
well round up by then, man.
pint. For one little pint. The Minute Maid orange juice, the small one. Where am I at here? The small one, not the big one.
Yeah,
$7 for a can of orange juice.
the little guy like that. Yeah.
No, the big one. Yeah, about the size of an orange juice can.
Yeah.
Show them what you're working with.
It's so funny. Yeah. How the ice cream get expensive? It's not even real. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's all the
right.
fake stuff. It's fake stuff getting crazy. Let me see. I got another video here. It's 50 seconds long, but for some reason Rumble will only play 10 seconds of it. But it's gonna bring us into a thing, so it's funny. I don't think this one's as loud, but let's see. Let me know if you can see it.
Yep. See it.
That was it, and for some reason it only plays 10 seconds. It literally sitting right here says 49 seconds. I uploaded it 3 times. That's it. So I guess people are now they're moving us to this, and this is what's that movie where the kid puts the headset on and he's battling and stuff. Anyway,
Come on, Jay. We know you know what it
I
is.
know you know this. Jay used to talk about this
I don't know
movie all the
the title.
Ready Player One.
one. Ready Player One.
No,
There you
there's a new movie where it does this. Like the guy puts on the helmet, and like there's a robot that he controls, and that's the life of everyone in the movie.
Oh yeah, that's not a new
I
movie.
forgot.
That's an older one. That's the Battle Box and robots, but the movie
No,
version.
no. There's a new one. There's a
Okay.
So the story is like there's this girl that lives with the uncle, and the uncle uses that headset the whole time, and then what he's doing is controlling a robot that does his day-to-day life in the house and stuff. People use it as their substitute to go out into real world. So their bodies, they just put on the headset, they're at home, but they're controlling this robot that goes to work for them. They show up at work as the robot. And it's not like the robot has like human features. It's like a physical robot. Like it's a robot. Um, I forgot. I saw the trailer. I forgot the name of it. Um, yeah. This, that's what I immediately thought of. Not Ready Player One, not that other one, the boxing one, but that movie. Maybe someone in the audience may know, but it's a recent. There was a recent trailer of it.
Yeah, that's sounds new. I haven't heard of it. I'm gonna have to look. That's
So what's
pretty
going on in
crazy,
the
dude.
video that you're showing us here?
So it's like what Jay was just talking about. It's someone sitting. It looks like a massage chair, and she's got the thing over her face, and the robot she's controlling. So she just barely moves, and it's walking around the house doing chores and stuff. And this is what they're gonna try selling us here in the near future. Is you can sit, but I don't know. They need to make the chairs bigger because obviously we're gonna be fat as fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, oh, and it's just laziness. It's making people lazy. And I see that all the time with just day-to-day life, or I mean, even at work and stuff. You find people that are just seemingly naturally lazy, but humans aren't supposed to be naturally lazy. We are being defined very quickly by technology and the people that are producing it. But yeah, this is a sit in your chair. It's like you could go grab yourself a cup of orange juice, and it's like, oh, that's what everyone's gonna be doing. Like a little fat kid, you tell to get off video games. You know,
We need a
He's like-
soundboard.
he is. He's like, Mom, and he just sits back and goes,
It reminds me of Ollie, the movie Ollie, where they got all them freaking fat people on their chairs just zipping around.
"What's that guy's name? He would have loved this shit."
I'm not
Robot,
sure.
go get me some orange juice. Come on, Jay. The dude that was in the wheelchair with the robot voice. Go get me some orange juice.
Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy, he would have
that's-
loved
that's
it.
just- yeah. I had him in the wheelchair. It's just the name was like, wait, what's that again?
Yeah, that would have been. He would have been all over Epstein Island. Just grab the child.
That's right.
Terrible.
Mm.
Come on, Nathan. I wonder, what do you guys think about this? This is gonna be like you know what this is? This is the video that Amazon is showing its employees going, "Nuh-uh, see, we're not getting rid of you. You don't need to, quit yet."
You're essentially just training the robots to do your job, and once they get it down, they got the algorithm down based off of you manning it. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
It sounds like they're already doing it, but it's just a funny video where the lady's like sitting there all chilled and relaxed in a massage chair, and the robot's like, "I'm doing everything."
So I found it. So it's called The Electric State.
Hmm.
So that's the movie. I guess
Sounds like a
it just came
Netflix
out.
movie.
Yeah, it is. It centers around a robot, but I guess the way people control the robots is they control other robots. So there's these robots that's like sentient, right? They're AI powered, so they
AI
have their own,
sentient.
yeah, their own personalities and stuff. Um, so way humans
Oh, your
are,
audio just cut out.
you hear me?
You're
Yeah,
better. There you go.
So the way the humans are able to control them is they have their own robots, and they put on these headsets to, like, move their consciousness into the robot, and then use the robot to like hunt down these AI robots. It's an interesting movie. Yeah, it's on Netflix,
hmm.
and it's called The Electric State.
I'll have to check that out. Interesting.
Hmm. What?
Yeah,
I mean, there is a big issue here, guys. Are you not seeing it?
absolutely. We're training our replacements. We're building our own prison cells, basically.
This
Yeah,
is scary. This
Hmm.
is. I mean, the number one cause of like human, death is what? I mean, it was the COVID-19 vaccine, and it still is. But the side effects is like heart problems, right? Obesity.
Lack of purpose,
I mean, we're making the car
depression.
crash accidents. I mean, those are going up too because people with the sponge brain. But
Hmm.
this is terrible.
Yeah.
Don't get off the couch to fold your laundry because Robo Dude will do it.
Yeah, it really, I mean, one thing I was just telling my wife today is something I noticed with energy drinks is if I drink an energy drink and I don't do something active, if I just sit around, I'm not even stimulated, I will fall asleep. Like it'll
Mm,
put me to sleep. But if I
mhm.
get up and do something, get the blood pumping, then I get energy and I feel a little bit of an amp. But
Yep.
I notice like when you take away purpose and meaning in things and therefore life, you just become this docile, like, I mean, literally testosterone lowers everything. When you're not using it, you lose it. And that goes for more than just sex drive. It's your whole way of operating in this reality. And that chair reminds me of the tanks that they put everybody in the Matrix that you're plugged into, and the jelly, and you don't even, it's like a sensory deprivation chamber. And
That's exactly
every,
what the fuck is going on.
yeah.
That's exactly what the fuck is going on. That's it. That's the next step. They want you to sit your ass down. You will own nothing and you will be happy. We're
Hmm.
gonna put you in the corner, and this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna play pretend life. Yeah. Well, you know what? I got something to say. If you're gonna turn the frogs gay, we're gonna fuck them. How about
Yep.
that? Okay.
Yep.
We're gonna hold them down. We're gonna fuck those frogs until they're not gay anymore.
It's I was really, I remember when Alex Jones was really starting to talk about the you will own nothing and you'll be happy. The consciousness being taken out of your body and put into a virtual realm kind of thing. And that was becoming the theme for movies and everything. I was really outspoken against it. I will never. But, I really have gotten into video games over, my entire life. And the more advanced these games get, the more open world, these huge budget games where it's like
Yep.
explore entire
It's
worlds.
grooming you. It's
Yeah.
grooming you. That's all
And
we
you,
wanted as kids. We've got our first open world, right? And we were like, "Holy shit, we can
yes.
do stuff without rules. We can." I mean, the rules are still there. You just get a little bit more movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember in games that were linear, like Perfect Dark or 007, you would explore rooms that had no purpose to the story just because it was something more to the level than
Hmm.
just go from A to B. And it's like, yeah, now the games are so freaking vast, you have to sink at least, 40 hours in order just to get through the main story, and 100 if you want to do all the side quests. Or you have these World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy Online and whatever else, where you're literally, it's like sinking 8 hours a day just to stay caught up. And
Hmm.
it is really, it is enticing. It becomes an addiction. It's a second life. And I can totally see now how I am falling for that trap, because I love to play video games. And like when the internet shuts down, I'm like, shit, what? I can't talk to my friends now. I can't do this. I can't do whatever. And it's like, I can totally see how I'm just getting drawn in like a tractor beam.
So you know that you guys keep telling me about that group that's trying to like take games away, right? And
Yeah.
parentalize them and everything. Well, what is that
Collective
game?
shout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that game? Roblox, right? Recently just went, we're gonna make a dating version of our app. And everyone's like, oh, why? And they're like, oh, for the adults that play. Okay. But you see what I'm saying? They're like, oh, there needs to be separation here. There needs to be, we need to, it's all about protect the kids. But in the end, it looks a lot like we're directing the kids.
Mm.
The situation. There's going to be, you're not going to have to show ID to get into this version of this game. For one. For two, there shouldn't be any adults in this game. And for three, this game sucks. It's stupid. Roblox is dumb. It is a very stupid, low quality, crappy game. The only reason kids play it is because they don't know any better. And the only reason adults are playing it is because they are pedophiles and predators. That's it.
And it's interesting. I could be wrong, but I haven't heard much of anything from Collective Shout about Roblox and the child grooming and the freaking. Yeah.
It's the tranny agenda. That's what it is. So I didn't pay much attention to it until it kept popping up, and I was like, and then boom, Roblox hit, and I'm like, yep, there it is. That's what's going on. They're trying to get to your kids while Trump is president. Sorry. But now they're doing it online because they're not allowed to do it out in public in real life anymore. Under Trump, they're doing it online, and they're going to get your kids. That's what they're coming for.
And look at how many freaking kids play Roblox. Every time that I'm in GameStop, there are kids walking across the street from the middle school right near where the GameStop is by me, and they're all buying the Roblox money, the money for the Roblox.
The Roblox.
The Robux or whatever. And a lot of people are saying that Roblox essentially is the metaverse. It was the metaverse before Facebook and all them other things that are trying to come in, because Roblox is like you have that standard reality realm of Roblox, but then there's like all these subgenres of Roblox. There's dinosaur hunting and car racing and samurai swords and fighting and shoot 'em ups and everything in there.
Yep.
Dragon Ball Z.
It reminds me of, you guys remember that Penguin game when we were kids?
Penguin Bounce?
I don't know what it is. You create a profile and you could walk around and talk to people. It's like a little penguin game.
I thought it was the Disney one where you just bounced the penguins to the iceberg off.
No, this was, I can't remember what it was, but they were all penguins. It's a mix between that and RuneScape. That's exactly what Roblox is. Where you can get on there, a bunch of people doing different things, talking, and they go to each different little themed game or whatever, but everyone's doing kind of the same shit, which is super dumb. It's just dumb.
It is fucking crazy when you sit back. Like I've mentioned before, my son and I get into an argument about his behavior, and he throws in my face, "You don't understand. Times are different." And I'm like, no, they're not that fucking different. But then I look at like the things that kids are subjected to and the way they interact and the way schooling is done on the computers now. They have all the social media. They have like games like Roblox. They are growing up with the shit. It is a different world than when we grew up.
You should tell them it's not that different. You guys are just more stupid. That's what I figured. I mean, I have a lot to look at in my personal life, and I'm telling you, like, I got a ton of siblings. I'm the oldest, ton of them, and I've watched them all go through high school these past few years. The oldest underneath me is 4 years apart, 4 years younger than me, then 4 years, and then another like 4 or 5 years. I mean, he's now in boot camp for the Marines. Ledger, you guys know him. And then I got 5 kids, and I'm watching as it goes, and all I'm seeing is it just gets more stupid. It's the same exact shit that we were doing. It's just dumb. It's just more dumb. Like, how could we make this more dumb? And they figured it out.
Well, like we were talking about.
Go ahead.
They're taking the real physical experience out of everything and putting you on the internet to dumb you down. Smartphones, dumb people. We used to memorize all these numbers, and if we didn't have the number memorized, we had the list in our wallet with everyone's phone number on it. We had everyone's, who used email. We wrote in cursive. All these things that nobody does anymore. It's like, it's just the system is constricting on everybody. And I actually heard an interesting theory about why they removed cursive from the school itinerary or whatever, is because all of our founding documents were written in cursive. And so if you can't understand how to read the way that the founding documents were.
Yeah, if you can't read cursive, which is
Right.
hard enough for people that can read cursive, depending on
Mm.
who's writing it. Yeah, you can't read the all the good stuff, the
All you
important
can
documents.
do is be told what it says and what it means.
I've watched Idiocracy like 3 times in the past 2 weeks, and I'm telling you right now, that's where we're going, dude.
I need to watch that. I've seen little segments of it. It looks so
You've never
good.
seen it, dude.
I've never
You
seen
need
it,
to
no.
get it tonight.
You gotta watch
tonight.
it.
Get it tonight. You're gonna shit your pants, and your wife will also shit her pants, and she'll be like, "This is like right now." You're gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck is going on, dude?"
They had Crocs way back when in the movie,
Yep.
and
They
they're
had
portraying
Crocs.
it as the future.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the new shoe that everybody
Yep.
wears.
And right
Yeah.
now, all the kids are like, Crocs this, Crocs that.
Yeah.
You need to watch it. And it's because it was like a super cheap shoe because it wasn't a big name back then. So they were like, let's fucking buy it for everyone. It looks weird. It looks futuristic. And so they put it in the movie, and now it's huge again. Yeah. It's like $5. You got to watch it, dude.
Okay.
It's one of the best movies to watch.
By
and
the
it's
next
funny
pod.
the entire time. Entire time.
Yeah, it has the Wilson brother on it. I can't remember. It's Owen Wilson's brother, or whatever his name is. He's the main actor, right?
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
I can't
Wow,
think of
they
his
look
name, but-
different. They don't look like anything alike, do they?
What? No, yes, they do. Yes, they
No, they do not.
do.
I'm gonna have to look at that. I never do that.
Yes.
I'm about to watch that tonight. Yeah, you're gonna be like, "What the hell?" Because when it was made, we're like, "There's no way people could get that dumb," right? And it was funny. Now it's like people are for sure that dumb.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if you guys can see this. Okay. Tell me those two don't look alike.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah, they do. Kind of.
Anyways, yeah, yeah, that's the actor, though, right?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Idiocracy. Oh, okay, good.
I didn't know that, but his dry humor that hits every time, that makes sense.
I love the way both of
of
them
them.
talk. That yeah, do a
Mhm.
great job. I love their.
It's the nose for me. He needs the nose. If he had that fucking nose, I would have saw it. All right, I want to show you guys this. Let me see if I can get it on. Let's see, start screen share. I gotta do it by the tab so I can play audio. Let me know if you can hear this. I'll start playing it and then I'll stop it. Not that one. Can you guys see it at least?
Yes, Lieutenant Mustache.
Right.
Ooh, R.I.P.
Are we gonna play this video or not?
I
There
hear
we go.
nothing.
Her family,
Can you hear it?
There we go. Yep.
the family of Virginia Roberts Giuffre, one of Epstein's most prominent survivors, blasting the DOJ for an interview with Epstein's top accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell. Giuffre died by suicide in April. Her family saying the DOJ provided Maxwell a platform to, quote, rewrite history, adding, this travesty of justice entirely invalidates the experiences of the many brave survivors who put their safety, security, and lives on the line to ensure her conviction, including our sister. The DOJ pointing to an earlier statement saying it will continue to seek transparency while protecting victims. The interview also drawing sharp criticism from Democrats.
Maxwell goes into this interview undoubtedly told by her attorney, unless you completely exonerate the president, you're going to spend most of the rest of your life in prison. So she wants a pardon. It all stinks to high heaven.
Maxwell is serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. Her attorney says she's not guilty and called Senator Schiff flat out wrong. On Friday, the agency released audio and transcripts from its July interview with Maxwell.
By you meeting with us today, we're really just meeting. I'm not promising to do anything.
During the two-day sit-down, Maxwell praised Trump and distanced the president from Epstein.
I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way.
He also denied the existence of a so-called client list and rejected the DOJ's assessment that Epstein died by suicide while awaiting trial in 2019.
I do not believe he died by suicide.
The DOJ transferred Maxwell from a Florida prison to a lower security camp in Texas after her interview, which the Giuffre family says sends a disturbing message.
Melanie joins us now from the White House. And Mel, we are also learning more now about Virginia Giuffre's memoir set to be published.
Yeah, a memoir from Giuffre will be published this fall. And according to the publisher, she completed the book before she died and said it was her heartfelt wish that the memoir be published regardless of her circumstances, Hallie.
What?
What a shame.
Even Ghislaine thinks Epstein didn't kill himself.
I'm sure she thinks Virginia Roberts didn't kill herself either, or Dufresne.
Yeah, I'm pretty it's pretty suspicious when anyone kills themselves. It's crazy. I get it.
Especially after they both, Epstein and Virginia, both said, or Roberts, both said that they are afraid for their lives, and if they kill themselves, if they're found dead, that they did not kill themselves. Epstein was saying that to his lawyer before, his attorney, before that actually happened.
Yeah. And then Donald Trump's White House tried to say, oh, his last text said, just hanging around, like hinting at it. I'm like, you're a bunch of dicks. Here's the thing. I don't even think the guy's dead. I really don't. I don't. This is a brain talk here. Like this is a group talk when it comes to this kind of thing. This is really interesting. Like, what do you guys feel about this? Like, Kurt Cobain, do you guys think that guy actually fucking killed himself?
I think his wife shot him.
Right. You think, right. And then, because there was items placed, the whole shooting yourself with a shotgun thing is a very rare incident. And most of the time when people do it, they get up and walk around for a minute. They flop around is what it is. But laying there in the same spot, dead, and then they looked at his body and he had so much drugs in his system, they were like, he couldn't even pick up that fucking gun. He would have been overdosed. Like, they fucked up with the amount that they shoved into him. But celebrities' deaths are so weird. And people are like, want to convince you. It's just like the new age shit. This is what they were doing to us back then. Back in the 90s, early 2000s, is this just happens. When you get rich, hence on that, rich and famous, everyone loves you. But you got haters, but you're just, both. You just might kill yourself because it's just too much. Being too rich is just too much. You have the money to be able to do what you want and not be followed and not be attacked by people, but it's just too much. This is crazy. It's like the Clinton list. Well, no, it's just very unfortunate. We should feel bad for the Clintons because everyone just seemed to kill themselves.
150 plus.
It's weird.
Think about that.
It's like they think you're stupid.
150 plus people related to somebody.
Varying connections. Yep.
Yep. I mean, I can't even name that many people in my life that have died.
That's like how many events they've went to in the past 30 years. Like official big events. It's like every time they got to go there, they got to ritualistically, sacrifice somebody. That's what what else could it be? If this was in a movie, it'd be crazy and you'd be like, wow, it makes sense. But since it's in real life, it's like, oh, no way. Oh, it's bullshit. I'm so tired. I've spent years talking about this stuff and I've spent years watching people just go, this is very fucking obvious, but I'm going to turn my head and pretend it's not real because it fucking scares me. It's not. It's happening. I'm pretty sure this guy's walking around. There's many reasons why. There's all these loose ends, right? What we would call them, Ghislaine Maxwell. She was like the leader. One of her things that she would put in there is like, you're not touching Jeffrey. Guaranteed. She hasn't been in prison. This is all fake. This is all, it's a movie is what we're watching.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
And then she spent her entire time there going, nope, Trump wasn't involved. He wasn't involved. Honestly, I don't know. I think they're all involved to a degree. I think he's lesser than most people. And that doesn't mean he only fucked a couple kids. I think maybe he had given some money to some people. He didn't know what it was for and would have gotten in trouble for it.
Well, you know what's really interesting is this whole pedophilia thing has really only exploded in recent years. Back even when our parents were growing up, it was like normal for older people to date 13-year-olds and shit. Like screw kids.
Oh,
Like when the
yeah.
internet first came out, there was fucking unregulated, bestiality and child porn everywhere. There's this whole pedophilia and underage thing really exploded when we were growing up. I think maybe
Well, they
maybe
looked
even
at
more
what
recently.
they didn't have the word back in the 70s. If you watch documentaries, you'll see a lot about that. They didn't
Mhm.
have a word for it. What they were more afraid of was homos.
Yeah,
That's what they were afraid of. But the whole this guy touched a kid, this pastor at a church touched a kid. It was, oh, you must have thought it was something else, or oh, we're gonna look away because we fully believe that, it was just covering it up. It was like the same thing that's happening today. Like people are too big of pussies to fucking look at something and go, that's wrong. We're just gonna ignore that it happened, or try to turn it into something else for this, like damage control. Natural damage control. It's to avoid trauma. It's like the natural body's response, right? You go into shock when something horrible happens, and then you don't realize to remember later what actually happened. People, good people. I think the majority of people are good people, but when they come into contact with something like this, evil, their brain shuts down. And I think that society just allowed that to happen for a while.
yeah.
Especially when the government it's not happening. Like the whole, can't remember what it's called, but the whole Satanist movement back in like the 70s and 80s, they were like, it's not happening. You guys are just crazy. That's just music. Just music. You guys are nuts. You're just not cool. You're old. You're freaking out. It was happening. People were disappearing. People were getting murdered out in the woods. It was a huge cult, and it's still happening today, just bigger. I'll tell you a creepy little story here. Just give me 1 second. So this weekend we went to go camping in a spot we had never been before because my wife's coworker told her that, oh, you should go check out this spot. Well, we drove out there and we went to go to a different spot. On the map is a south to the north. So we go to the north and we try to go to the south, and all of a sudden the road's blockaded by a big, huge pile of dirt. They pretty much threw the whole mountain on it, blocked it off. Weird. So we turn around and we drive through that campground. We're like, oh, maybe this place. We go through. There's some older lady there, like in her late 50s, 60s, with two little kids, probably aged 5, 6 years old, and she's scuttling them along. Like every time she sees us, she's like pushing them, scuttling them away. And then we turn around, we're sitting there for a minute, like maybe we'll get this campsite, maybe not. Kind of sucks, this area. And we go to turn around and she's like, scuttling them again. And I'm just like, that's weird. Because I get it, she's acting like get them out of the road, but they weren't in the road, and it was almost like she was hiding them from us. Like, don't get a good look at them kind of thing.
You're getting some bad vibes.
Bad vibes, I did. And I was like, that was just fucking weird. Like, I don't know who that lady was. She was way too old to be their mom, and she was like scuttling them away. Well, anyway, we drive down the road to be like, screw campgrounds. I don't like campgrounds. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being told how many tents we can have. I don't like paying money. That's it. It's my forest. It's mine. Like doing what I want. We start driving down the road. She's like, there's some campsites down there just off the road. We keep going. Get to a campsite. There's like one tent out there. It's a huge open area, but I'm like, screw them, assholes. It took a really good spot for like a big family or multiple families, for one car, one tent. Very interesting. So we go to the next one. There is a naked fat man laying out probably 50 feet off of the road, face down on a inflatable bed. And his partner, or whoever the hell it was, is also butt-ass naked in a chair facing the other way. And I'm like, we got child abductors and fucking homos out in the fucking woods. We need to leave. And we did, and we went to a different lake. But thinking back on it, I'm like, how weird was that situation, right? I'm like, don't look. There's a fat naked guy right there off the road, and he's just looking up at us. like he's fucking Beyonce or something. Just fucking weird, very weird. And then you come to find out, just so you know, a lot of human traffickers use campsites to traffic children, and they will, just like that lady, take just a couple kids and go from campsite to campsite to campsite because there's no damn cameras, right? There's no credit card information needed, and there's no ID verification. That's how it works. Not saying that's what I ran into, but knowing that and then seeing it was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, speaking
It's
of
everywhere.
weird fucking creepos, there's a route I take every day to get home from work, to kind of cut past the main road. It's a side street, and it goes past an elementary school. And every day I hit the same street around the same time. And there's this big, fat Hawaiian guy outside without a shirt on, standing right on the edge of the sidewalk, which directly across from him, fucking 20 feet, is the elementary school with the kids playing at recess. And he's sitting there, no shirt on, in a fucking towel, fat as shit, smoking a cigarette, just staring at the kids. And I always go real slow right past him and look at him. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? And why is this okay? I mean, I don't know. It just seems highly inappropriate to me. Just some fucking fat old guy, local dude, in a towel. Obviously, nothing on.
It's elementary school.
It's an elementary school. Yeah.
Okay. So
And he's like not
like
even
middle
20
school,
feet.
high school.
No, it's definitely.
They'll make fun of
elementary
his
school.
fat ass if he sits there long enough.
No, the kids are all playing on the toys, and he's just sitting there like.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's some crazy laws. The Constitution's very interesting, but there is some crazy laws in these liberal states. I'll tell you that much. Like with nudity and certain things, which some of them I'm like, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's legal to walk somewhere and just like, here's my pecker. You know what I mean? You're gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, it's going down.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that earlier. Like women with their breasts, most places it's like okay to fucking this is to your point, is to have your tits out. If you're a girl, just to have your tits out. That's fine. But they don't, right? Even the whores don't. They just don't. Even if that's what they do is sell their body professionally, they don't walk around with their boobs out. But yet we got these grown men on the side of the road outside of a public school sitting out there in a towel, fat as fuck, smoking a cigarette, staring at kids.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that something is wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
When the women who take pictures of themselves or stand naked for money, for a living, don't just do it like it's casual and normal. But you got these weird motherfuckers who no one would ever pick, right?
And this is every fucking day. I mean, Monday through Friday that I drive by this dude, same time, is standing outside.
Yeah.
It's like you have to either not be wearing something all damn day, or you are getting dressed down into a towel to go smoke your cigarette butt ass naked minus the towel out looking at the school. Like, what?
Weirdos stick out, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, weirdos stick out. They really do. And people try to pretend these days that they don't. I'm sorry. I see it. Weirdos stick out. That's like the whole what was it? The it's not tranny. What is it? The reading time. What's that called?
Oh, drag queen story time.
Yeah. That's weird. Those are weirdos. It's not, oh, we're going to introduce trannies. I've never like seen an actual like tranny trying to read a book in my life. So like, what is the agenda there? Because it's not like, oh, trannies are famously known for reading a lot. What is that about, dude? You know what I mean? It's like advertisement. Yeah, come to our drag show where we get naked, and all of a sudden you're like, that's a girl. No, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, there's no. What is the advertisement for that? Because I've never seen a tranny read in my entire life. I don't even know if they can read. Honestly, I think that's a conspiracy in and of itself. I think that might be why they're a tranny, because they can't fucking read. And one time they walked into the wrong bathroom and it fucked them up. That could be it. Yeah. All right. Let me switch this page over. Let's see. Mm-hmm. All right, this one. Oh, that's the video. All right, I gotta switch over to tab. that one. I want to play this and see what you guys think about this.
We are learning new details tonight about that. He is
controversial. Gronk move left his big rig blocking all northbound lanes. The minivan had no time to brake. All 3 people inside from Broward and Miami-Dade counties were killed. Singh is now charged with 3 counts of vehicular homicide. He's being held in the St. Lucie County Jail with an ICE detainer, meaning he'll be deported after his criminal case. Federal records show Singh entered the U.S. illegally through the southern border in 2018. Records also show he got his commercial license in California. Under a law called AB 60, passed in 2013, undocumented immigrants can apply for driver's license, even commercial ones. The state argues it's safer to have everyone licensed, tested, and insured. Florida's highway safety director called Singh's actions, quote, shocking and criminal. And longtime trucker Grant Maxey says industry standards need a closer look.
It's been a big problem in the last 5 to 8 years with it. It really is. There's a lot more people that are holding CDLs that cannot speak or read English.
The Department of Homeland Security told CBS 12 News it filed the detainer to keep Singh in custody, blaming California's leadership and licensing policy for putting him behind the wheel in the first place. Now here in Florida, semis are banned from using those.
What a fucking idiot.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nathan. I'm glad you got that. Did you see this video previously?
I've heard the story. I did not see the video, though.
Oh, dude, the video is crazy. And they're trying to... So there's a huge spin on this in this next tab I'm about to show you. It's nuts. Okay, so this guy, I saw it on Reddit, which is sad that that's where I see this stuff first. Anyway, he's driving on a freeway and then turns to flip a bitch, right? And pulls into the far lane, maybe even off the road a little bit to flip a bitch with that semi. And I don't know what the people were thinking behind him. They obviously didn't see him or whatever. Straight into him. All 3 of them killed. Flips a bitch on the damn freeway. And the thing about it is they're hiding the video now. That's why, I mean, I could find it. I'm sure everyone could find it if they looked hard enough. I didn't want to look that hard. The news is covering it. All the left-wing media news is just swamping the damn internet with it, with their own version of it. This showed part of it, and you could see how the guy's just standing there just like, you know, he's kind of like, what the fuck, you know, like blaming them for it. Like he was in the right, like he doesn't give a shit. That's what I got when I saw this video, and I was like, is this guy an idiot? Turns out he can't speak or read English.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he doesn't give a shit. And it's all his fault. I don't think I wouldn't have hit it. But it doesn't really matter, right? Like you're driving down the freeway, cruise control on, who knows, these new cars are doing their thing. A lot of them driving by them damn selves. But the guy doesn't care. That's the problem. And then the bigger problem is this, is that there is now a petition by the left-wing media supporting the illegal alien trucker accused, it says, accused of killing 3 people. Gets 2.2 million signatures. You know why? To go lenient on him. Goes more than 2 million people have signed a petition calling for leniency for an Indian illegal migrant trucker accused of killing 3 people in a crash in Florida. Harjinder Singh, 28, faces 3 charges of vehicular homicide and up to 45 years in prison after he allegedly pulled an illegal, allegedly, it's on fucking video, U-turn in the Florida Turnpike on August 12th while driving a tractor trailer 6 years after he entered the U.S. illegally. Since his arrest, California, people signed a bunch of shit. Says this was a tragic accident, not a deliberate act. While accountability matters, the severity of charges against him does not align with the circumstances of the incident. So they're trying to say because he's illegal and doesn't know better. This is like when Joe Biden said blacks are too dumb to fucking vote because they don't know how to use the internet. They don't know how to go get an ID or a license because they're too dumb. That's what this is. This guy's on video literally standing there like, I don't give a shit. It's their fault. Don't look at me like it's my fault. I doubt he even uses blinker. Guaranteed. Like, guaranteed. But it does not matter. You're driving down the freeway, and this guy goes, whoop. You can see it in the video, flipping a bitch. And these people right into him. Come to find out, completely illegal that he's even in this country, much less driving a vehicle. Not even a vehicle. He's driving a damn semi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fatigue is getting real. It's like back, 2016, 2018, everybody was really afraid to speak out because of racism, being afraid to be called a racist or be doxxed or whatever. But then now we've reached a point of where there's the term black fatigue and the fatigue of illegal immigrants and whatever. There's going to be a rubber banding effect where eventually people are going to get so fed up with this kind of shit happening that they're just going to start fighting back. And they're going to say, if the system doesn't want to handle this, we're going to fucking handle it. Mm-hmm. People aren't afraid anymore to speak their mind. They're not afraid to stand up for themselves. Why are illegal immigrants getting protected over U.S. citizens who are being fucking murdered?
Like this picture of him looking down, all,
Yeah.
I was just trying to get to 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? Like, fuck this guy. In that video, he's sitting there all cocky, like, it's not my fault. With his, his hair did the way it was. He's just acting like a little thug punk. And there's people here like that. Like, 80% of our gas stations are ran by Indians. And I'm not saying they're bad people, because it's typically their parents, but their kids are douchebags. And I know, because I go in there and they think they're little gangster thugs and they're running it and they're just disrespectful as shit. This guy in that video is acting like one of these guys. Just fuck you, fuck America. I can do what I want. I can make your money tax free. I can drive your vehicles illegally. I can be in your country illegally. And I can fucking kill you people and fuck you. That's what it is. Absolutely not. Hang him. I don't care. Here's the thing. We would hang one of our own if they did this kind of thing.
Yeah, imagine if the role was reversed. 3 Indians were killed by a right. American, white man driving a semi.
It don't matter. It don't matter if, you know what I mean? Like, this is the thing with the left. I can't. I was about to say if it was 3 child molesters in a car that died, they would defend it the same. You know what I mean? They just would. But if it was just 3 regular ass people, doesn't matter. I mean, they would talk about the color, but let's just say just any color, doesn't matter. No color. They're just colorless. Driving down the road, and it was a registered legal, 30 years under his belt guy that did this. They would fry his ass. So why the hell would you not do it now? When you get in something like that, that's what the CDL classes are for. That's what it is. And I agree they should go after the companies that allowed this to happen, allowed this person to happen. But you sure as shit should go after this guy. He doesn't get to play stupid.
I heard they're actually they're discussing making it a requirement for CDL holders to take.
It is. They gave him the test. Okay. And he failed. He doesn't speak English. He doesn't. That's what I was saying. He actually took that test. They gave him that test after this. Yeah, he doesn't know English.
Can't read the signs. Can't read the language.
Yeah. So the company that put him in that truck should definitely get burnt and thrown to hell. But he also did it. I mean, and how dumb do you gotta be? I mean, you see in the cars driving 75 miles an hour down the road, you think you can flip a bitch. I mean, like, come on. And it's not even the actions that led up to it that pissed me off. It's his demeanor afterwards. Like, God, I'm going to be late for my, you know what I mean? That's how he's acting. You just killed 3 people, bro. And I don't care about your third world country if you don't have, like, that kind of humanity to give a shit about 3 people that you just killed, you don't deserve anything at all. Go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
The thing that's interesting about this is he was able to get a driver's license, and this is not the first incident that I've heard about this where a non-citizen is able to get a state ID or a state driver's license, because one of the requirements to getting a driver license is if you're a U.S. citizen, at least in my state.
Not in Oregon. Washington, California. They were handing that shit out like candy.
No,
just like
yeah,
our tax
I
dollars.
agree. Even in Hawaii, I knew, like, I had a friend who his parents let his green card elapse, so essentially it was expired, and he was essentially he was going day to day using his driver's license as a illegal. And then once they found out that, like, I think he went to renew his license or something, like he was going through something officially, they found out his green card was like years expired, so they deported him. I think he was going through he was trying to apply for the military, but I don't think that was the case. I think it was like a renewal of his driver's license or something. But yeah, he got deported, and this was like years ago.
Damn. Well, hate to say it, but that's what should happen.
I think this was the Bush years when
Oh.
Bush Jr. was in office. So it wasn't even Obama.
I wonder if they picked it up because it was after 9/11 or before. Because that's the thing, they went, oh yeah, we're going to make sure that the Americans are safe. But actually what we're actually doing is scanning all Americans so we can track and trace them for Obama's term. But we better, catch some people up on it while we're at it to be able to go, look, we did this.
Yeah, I think it was like a few years after 9/11.
That's the thing that bugs me, right? If you look back at these years with Biden, they go, oh, they caught this many people for this and saved this many people for that. And you look at the actual statistics and it's disgusting. How can Trump come in and just sweep, right? Makes sense with the border and illegal aliens and everything, but other things like with Obama. So the human trafficking, right? The argument, we figured this out years ago when COVID started happening, that Trump in like a few months, 6 months to a year, it was probably 8 months, somewhere in there, caught more human traffickers than Obama did his entire fucking 8 years of presidency.
I remember that. Yeah.
How does not just happen? That's someone suppressing the catches and some catches getting through.
Mm-hmm.
Is what that is. So they're like, oh, we did this great thing, inflating the numbers with Biden. And it's like, no, you're just suppressing it. And we're bitching about it enough that you're having to release numbers instead of going, oh, you arrest that guy, let him go. That's what's going on. It's crazy. And that's what happened with Obama. That's why I was saying it, is that they're like, oh, we're protecting you from terrorists, so we better catch a few people with their green cards expired. But the actual thing is, we're just looking in the back of every American's pocket to be able to tax them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, fuck them. And I've noticed, so in the past month, I've been to Washington and Idaho, right? And they don't have income tax, but they have sales tax. And their roads are dog shit, which has led me to believe that it's a lot easier to launder money on income tax than sales tax. Or no, it's a lot easier. Sorry, opposite. It's a lot easier to launder money on sales tax than it is income tax, because Oregon roads are way better than the two of them. So you drive down Washington and Idaho, roads are just shit. But technically, they'd be taking the same amount of money, right? And they'd be using it for the roads.
What I've heard is that income tax actually goes towards they make it seem like it's for the schools and the fucking roads and everything else, but really what it goes back to is paying back the crown. And the way they get money for the roads and everything is from the budget. And what funds the budget? I don't know. Is it,
The
tax
budget
on
is the taxes.
sales tax and shit? Okay, it's taxes.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not just saying it. I think that because sales tax, right, it comes in every purchase, it's harder to tax. It's like if you bought crypto by the cent and it's just trillions of them, you know what I mean? Different transactions and you can swamp them up and fucking throw them this way. But those two states have the shittiest roads I've ever been on so far. And they both have the sales tax. And I think that they're scooping it up and putting it into something else. And because they're microtransactions, technically that's why. But if you take income tax, it has to be budgeted differently. This is a great conversation because I've learned a lot in the past year about like local government and those tax brackets and everything, and where it all goes, like the line items and everything, and how it all gets separated. It's pretty cool, but it's weird because Oregon. Oh, J message. Okay. Sorry, I saw a message pop up. But yeah, if you're out there, you guys, and you're watching, send us a message. You got a question, let us know. Opinion, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's weird that like Washington, right? Favorable state, lots of money, known for certain things, worst roads. Idaho, Boise. You want to go to Boise? Good luck. Like, get some new tires because it is shit.
Yeah, fucking Hawaii is terrible for their roads too. Just awful, and just that's not the only thing wrong. I mean, the island, when you look at the brochures and pamphlets and pictures on Instagram, it looks like this beautiful place, and there are spots, of course, but the roads are atrocious, and it's like all they do is just fill the potholes, and then a month or two later they're broken up and shit again, and after one good rain everything comes falling apart, and I'm just like, you drive by and there's constant road construction, but nothing seems to get better. They repave the road, and it's like, how long did it last? What is?
Hey, Nathan.
Yeah.
You have sales tax, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So does Washington and Idaho. Constant construction. It's how they do it too. It's not by the job, it's by the damn hour. So in Oregon, it's by the job. They go, the bidder picks this, they have a certain amount of time, they get it done, it's good, it stays. I'm telling you, dude, every time I go to Idaho or Washington, it is constant construction. And they're only doing a small section, and the rest of the road is shit. And they are consistently doing it. It's because they got to spend the money to continue to justify earning the money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that Oregon taxes are better. I'm just saying that when it comes to roads, abso-fucking-lutely. I don't. There's no potholes. You know what I mean? I drive all over Oregon. There's just no shitty potholes, and if there is, it's few and far in between. But it's crazy. And they patch it. That's one thing I noticed in Idaho. They just patch the shit. They don't rip it up and redo it, which they should. They just patch it. It's crazy. That's what you're saying too. That's why you keep seeing the potholes again.
Yeah, it's awful. And then
just
when
because
people
they're
get
just
sick of
patching
it, yeah, people will come out and start filling the holes, and then they get in trouble for it. And it's like, oh my god, just coming off one of the main highways going towards Pearl Harbor area, there was some serious potholes. I mean, deep, huge. You hit them and it sounds like your car just fell apart. It's like boom. And I'm thinking, these motorcyclists who are freaking driving down the road at night, I can't imagine. It's danger beyond belief, and I don't know how the state gets away with leaving it for so long. And then eventually you get a metal plate they'll put over the top of it or something. But yeah, I'll be driving, all of a sudden I don't move in time, and just bam, it's fucked. But I gotta get going. My wife's needing some help with something. So
all right, well, we will end it. Any last thing, Nathan or Jay?
Jay, share some wisdom, man.
Get some XRP.
Buy some Ripple.
Rebels.
I will never forget. There was a lady who I house sat for at one point, and her husband's a big stock market guru, banker, dude, international banker, and we were talking about Trump and crypto and all these things, and she's like, I don't know a whole lot about crypto, but there's a coin that my husband told me that you should buy, and she couldn't figure out what it was called. She kept saying something RP, SRP, and I'm like, XRP, Ripple? And she's like, Ripple, that's the one. This is back in 2018, and her husband is the big bankster, stock market dude. Her son is being groomed to take up that that position in life, teaching him Mandarin, Chinese, so because they got him. Yeah, he's going to be just as successful. And she's like, this is the one thing he keeps saying, buy Ripple, buy Ripple. Back then it was like 25 cents. Now it's up $3. And, the projections of Ripple, when it becomes the new big thing, it's going to be huge. And I guess the lawsuit is or has been settled or is being settled. So we'll see what happens. A lot of people don't like Ripple because of that bankster aspect to it. But if it's going to be the new thing, you might as well capitalize.
Could you imagine $300 Ripple?
Or thousands, look at Bitcoin.
Korea,
yeah.
people in Korea, they're saying 10,000 per Ripple.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Ripple's going to be huge.
Right on.
Buy Ripple.
Well, buy that XRP.
Mm-hmm.
The water. God, that reminds me of donut. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. We are out.